What if I told you that humanity, despite all its technological advancements, might actually be getting dumber? It sounds like science fiction, but there are serious researchers who believe our intelligence as a species could be on the decline. From shrinking attention spans to our dependence on digital devices, the question is more real than ever. Are we becoming less intelligent? Stay with me until the end as we explore shocking findings, expert theories, and what it could all mean for our future. Today, we will talk about, are we becoming less intelligent? The truth about the human mind in the digital age. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more eye-opening content. The Flynn Effect, a century of rising IQs. For most of the 20th century, IQ scores around the world were steadily rising. This phenomenon is known as the Flynn Effect, named after psychologist James R. Flynn. It suggested that each generation was getting smarter, likely due to better education, nutrition, and access to information. But in recent decades, something strange has happened. The trend has reversed in some countries. Researchers are now observing a decline in IQ scores in parts of Europe, US, and other developed nations. This shift has sparked a wave of concern among scientists. It has led many to question whether we're facing a temporary dip or if there's a deeper underlying issue. Some experts argue that modern society, with its focus on instant information, may be changing how we use our cognitive abilities. But others believe it's too early to declare the end of the Flynn effect. However, the reversal is undeniable, and it has raised alarms about the future trajectory of human intelligence. Digital dependency, outsourcing our brains. One major factor that may be contributing to this decline is our increasing reliance on technology. Why remember anything when your phone can Google it in seconds? Why learn basic math when you have a calculator in your pocket? The convenience of technology has led to what some call cognitive offloading, where we depend more on gadgets than our own brainpower. Over time, this habit could be dulling our problem-solving abilities, memory, and even creativity. This technological dependence is often unnoticed, but it has a profound effect on the way we approach problem-solving. Instead of deeply engaging with information, we quickly search for answers, which doesn't allow us to develop the critical thinking muscles we need. As we outsource more and more of our brain functions to machines, we risk losing the ability to think critically and make decisions independently. If we're not careful, the next generation may find it harder to think for themselves at all. Shrinking attention spans in the age of distraction. Have you noticed it's harder to focus these days? You're not alone. Studies show that our attention spans have dramatically decreased in the last 2 decades. Social media, constant notifications, and endless scrolling are training our brains to seek instant gratification. Experts say this attention fragmentation makes it harder to engage in deep thinking or long-term planning, 2 skills that are closely tied to intelligence. As we move from one distraction to the next, our ability to immerse ourselves in one task for a prolonged period diminishes. This has significant implications for our cognitive abilities. Deep, focused thinking requires mental endurance, which is increasingly rare in an age of instant dopamine hits. Before we go further, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more intriguing facts just like this one. It really helps out a lot and keeps you updated with every new upload. Educational systems and critical thinking. Another contributor could be the way modern education is structured. In many systems, students are taught to memorize facts for exams rather than to question, debate, or think critically. This shift from deep learning to surface-level knowledge might be creating generations of people who are less curious, less analytical, and less mentally adaptable. And without these qualities, intelligence isn't just stagnating, it could be regressing. The emphasis on standardized testing and rote memorization has diminished opportunities for creative problem-solving. As a result, many students are taught to simply pass the test, rather than developing a passion for learning and critical inquiry. The role of genetics in evolution. Some scientists also suggest that evolution itself might be playing a role. In the past, intelligence was essential for survival. But in the modern world, where basic needs are often met without much intellectual effort, there's less evolutionary pressure to maintain or enhance intelligence. Over generations, this could potentially lead to a slow genetic decline in cognitive abilities, though this theory is still debated. Human evolution traditionally favored traits that were necessary for survival, such as problem-solving and innovation. But with technology and social systems meeting many of our needs, some argue that the cognitive traits once essential to survival may no longer be as crucial. Environmental toxins and brain health. Our surroundings might be working against us too. Pollution, poor diet, and exposure to harmful chemicals have all been linked to declining brain health. Studies have shown that heavy metals like lead, endocrine disruptors in plastics, and even air pollution can impair brain development in children and affect cognitive function in adults. This environmental impact on intelligence is often overlooked, but it may be more serious than we think. The growing presence of toxins in the air, food, and water could be contributing to cognitive decline in ways that we haven't fully understood. Artificial intelligence, friend or foe? Ironically, while human intelligence may be declining, artificial intelligence is rapidly advancing. As machines become smarter, humans may grow increasingly dependent on them not just for convenience, but for decision-making, creativity, and even social interaction. This imbalance could lead to a society where human intelligence is no longer at the center of innovation or leadership, raising ethical and existential questions about our future. AI systems are being developed to perform tasks that were once the domain of human experts, such as diagnosing diseases and creating art. The controversy behind the data. Not everyone agrees with the idea that we're becoming less intelligent. Some researchers argue that IQ tests don't capture the full picture of intelligence and that newer generations are simply developing different cognitive strengths like adaptability, emotional intelligence, and multitasking. So are we truly getting dumber, or is intelligence just evolving into something harder to measure? Critics of the decline theory suggest that IQ tests are outdated and don't account for the different ways people now process and use information. Emotional intelligence, for example, is increasingly recognized as a crucial form of intelligence, yet it's not measured by traditional IQ tests. Others point out that our brains are adapting to a fast-paced, tech-driven world, prioritizing skills like quick information retrieval over memorization. What can be done to reverse the trend? If there is a decline, the good news is it's not irreversible. Encouraging curiosity, critical thinking, and lifelong learning can help keep our brains sharp. Reducing screen time, eating brain-healthy foods, engaging in meaningful conversations, and even doing puzzles or reading can all contribute to maintaining and improving cognitive health. It's a challenge, one we can tackle with awareness and effort. We need to make deliberate choices in how we spend our time and which skills we prioritize. Are we really becoming less intelligent? In the end, the question isn't just whether our IQ scores are going down. It's whether we're losing the habits, curiosity, and mental effort that make us truly intelligent. The world around us is changing faster than ever, and while technology offers countless benefits, it's up to us to make sure we don't let our minds slip into autopilot. Intelligence isn't just about what we know, it's about how we think, how we grow, and how we adapt. As we navigate an increasingly digital world, it's crucial that we actively nurture our cognitive abilities. In the end, the question isn't just whether our IQ scores are going down. It's whether we're losing the habits, curiosity, and mental effort that make us truly intelligent. The world around us is changing faster than ever, and while technology offers countless benefits, it's up to us to make sure we don't let our minds slip into autopilot. Intelligence isn't just about what we know, it's about how we think, how we grow, and how we adapt. What do you think about this topic? Are we evolving or regressing? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And before you go, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.